What's up out there again, Facebook? I just thought I would start a little video this morning. I'll probably add on to this one, but it's just funny how the universe works in mysterious ways. So my last video on BeReel, I was explaining how I was asking for my old job back for peace of mind and just kind of a simpler lifestyle to allow me to really focus on what matters in my purpose and mission in this world, rather than getting caught up in like the daily grind and just making money and growing business, you know. So that night, actually, I got a call, and he had a guy stop working for him that night. Literally, he called and he put in his resignation immediately. And what happened was he called me and he was like, "Hey, I remember our meeting last week, and we should definitely talk." And I was like, "Well, what's going on?" He's like, "Well, Phil just called and quit, and so I'm wondering if you could come in and start tomorrow." And so yeah, that all went amazing, and that all, it was a blessing. Definitely, I thought I was gonna have to wait till the end of the month. It's just so beautiful out here, and this is another one of those synchronistic moments, because it's my second day working for this company again, and now I got brought out to do these doors, and it's literally sacred spots in my heart in this area. One of my elders' homes and teepees is not too far from here. This is where I go crystal mining. This is where I shoot my bow, where I run with my dog. Just this land back here, this high desert land, and it's literally on the border of California and Nevada. I love it so much. So I just thought I'd start this video with episode of BeReel. My name's Anthony Ribertello with Embark Spiritual Care. The previous episode, I was kind of going through a healing crisis. A lot of things in my life were like super just ripping me away from comfort zones and like really surfacing things that I needed to work on within myself. And honestly, it was such a beautiful experience to go through, because I've been doing these healing modalities for a few years, but every once in a while you come across a new layer, and once you work through that layer, oftentimes there are so much epiphanies waiting for you at the end, to where you realize that it's just so graceful lessons if you really do the work right, and listen to the signs, listen to your omens, listen to your higher self and your guidance that's pointing you in the right direction. So just to catch you guys up a little bit, I was having a pretty hard time last time I made one of these videos, and I wanted to capture that for you guys so I can really show that vulnerability to you guys, to make it like a comfortable place to open up and really share things, because none of us are perfect. We all go through things, and none of us are masters of anything, but together we definitely are masters, if we're able to really harness our talents and our perspectives, and can join them and unite them with other people's perspectives and their way of thinking, and because everybody thinks different, masculine, feminine, that sacred bond of completion, and honestly that's a beautiful thing that I've experienced lately. So just to catch you guys up, last video I made, I was just going back to my previous employer, putting my handyman business on hold from working it full time, so I can just allow myself to breathe a little bit better, allow myself to get into a house next year, allow myself to be a little bit better prepared for when I do want to do that again and pursue that full time, and just many different things that were so beneficial to me going back. I'm feeling appreciated, so many things, and so that was really cool. I really stand by that decision, and I think it was the best for me at the time, and it's really allowed me to really step into the healing I've been going through, and really, there's so many lessons that I've been learning lately that I can't wait to share others once I step back into serving full time again, and so I'm really just incredibly blessed. So I was having a hard time in a relationship. I was feeling unwanted, unloved. I was feeling super needy, and by the other person's like responses to that, it made me feel like that was a bad thing, like I was being too codependent and stuff, and I saw where she was coming from wholeheartedly, but at the same time, like in my soul and in the bottom of me and stuff, I just knew that I wanted more. I knew I wanted a different lifestyle. I knew the kind of love that I wanted and that I wanted to reciprocate, and I didn't believe that was possible there. And there was different lifestyle things, just different paths, and so usually I would hang on tight and ride that shit till the wheels fall off and just stay on and hope for the best and see all the good in the situations. But this time I was really disrespected by like not being responded to all day, and I just knew that it wasn't what I wanted to be anymore, and so I made that decision to break that off. And I was like, that's the first time in my life that I broke it off without like a support system already in place, like a good group of friends or like another person that I kind of am interested in or something like that. There's never been that breaking off just to go into the abyss alone and really just love myself and know what I want, my self-worth. And I was getting to the point where I really didn't know if monogamy was going to be right for me. I didn't know if one single person could fulfill the amount of love I was craving. And so I was really blessed. One of my teachers, she reached out and she offered me a healing. And so I took her up on that, and it was the most incredible experience. Really, I've been through several healings, and this was by far the most profound. And my favorite part was there was no substances, no anything, it was just all energy work and all via the mind and meditation and the heart, really. And so, she asked what my intentions were, and they were, I really didn't want to feel like I needed anybody, and I wanted to know why I needed somebody, and I wanted to feel like I already had everybody, you know what I mean? I didn't want to live in that state of lack anymore. And so my intention was not necessarily for me to find the one, but really just to feel loved and to just in alignment in what I'm asking for and what I'm offering, because I offer a lot as well as ask for a lot, and that's been underappreciated quite often, So during this healing, she pointed out that my throat chakra was blocked, and I was like, well, that's weird. Sometimes I just can't shut up, I don't know. And she pointed out that a really, really powerful thing, that is the only thing in between the mind and the heart. And that really resonated with me, because I've been a lot in my mind lately, like blaming myself and thinking that I was doing wrong by craving these certain things and knowing what I want, essentially, and then blaming myself for not being able to, that's wrong. That's wrong. If you really truly know what you want in your heart, it's for a reason. And so when I was sitting in this session, I was in a meditative state, getting Reiki, and I also pointed out that one of my friends, I asked her, like, hey, is this like me being codependent? Am I like in the wrong? Should I settle for less? And she pointed out that, it's probably because you're not from here, and wherever you're from, you're missing someone there, and just know that they're missing you too. And that really resonated with me so much. And during this session, one of my intentions was also to meet my galactic family, because I hear them, I feel them, I just don't see them, and I just want to know more. I want to know names, I want to see faces, I want to see things, I want to tell the difference in these, because a lot of things come to me, and I really wanted to be able to start deciphering, what it is and where I'm from and my past lives and what planetary system I'm from, and all these different things. So I asked for that, and during the middle of the session, there was a portal opened, and they came through. And all my life I felt so aligned to so much. I can really truly relate on a soul level to many, many things in this world. And I've always known that was for reasons, but I can't remember like one specific lifetime before me. I feel like there's many, and that was kind of confirmed during the session. There was many families that came through, and I felt as she was calling them out, Arcturian, Lumerian, Pleiades, and she kept going. There was a good maybe 6 or 7, around like 5 to 7, and it just, every single one she called out, I felt a different energy of unconditional love and happiness pour over me. And it was a different kind of happiness each time. And it was an old, familiar happiness and something that I've been longing for. And it literally felt like I was like this little lost kid and just found its mom, after like months of being out on the streets or something. It literally felt like that. I was crying, like not bawling, but tears were just like happy tears were just streaming, and it was the most beautiful experience. And I really felt that sense of love, and then I really knew that I'm not wrong for wanting that love, and I don't have to settle for less and lower my standards to feel like I'm accepted and normal, and there's certain things, self-evaluation, and I've definitely been doing that, but I've come to the conclusion that I really just knew what I wanted, and I'm not saying I do everything right, by no means, but in this situation, I really do believe that I was just longing for a love that was offered to me, and then so I started like pondering this polyamory thing, right, and it was really hard for me to like come to terms with that, because I've always wanted that sacred unionship so bad. And so literally the day after my healing ceremony, I met a girl online, we matched, and we started talking the next day. And she's from where I'm from. We've been circle navigating each other for like years, decades now, and from California to Arizona and now Nevada, and she's just so much aligned with where I'm going and what I'm doing. And I didn't think it was possible. I really just didn't think it was possible. And I was explaining all this to her, and it's crazy because we just really saw each other, and she was really asking for the same thing as well. And so we just essentially never looked back. And it's been, and that night was just full of positive omens. And I have an angel baby, she has an angel baby, and they were just with us playing, confirming this relationship and these things that we were feeling. So I took her on a tour. She just moved here about like 4 months ago. Well, the idea was to take her on a tour, and then we ended up in Virginia City. It was a little close to dark, and all of a sudden there was going to be a parade, and we found out by this guy carrying 2 cats in a stroller, wearing a cat vest. And then I found out that, okay, so when I picked her up, before I got her, I went to the wrong apartment complex, and before I got her, I saw this cat, and my dog was like looking at it, and it comes up, and I pet it, and it goes on its way. I was like, oh, that's cool, like I wonder what little message that's bringing. And so then I pick her up, and she mentioned something about a cat, and then we go, and we're in Virginia City at this point, and then we see that guy with the cat, and then that's when I find out that she has like cat energy to her. And I was like, wow, well this is pretty cool, like I'm digging this. And then we see blue butterflies, which symbolizes her baby girl, and we see a mommy and daddy thing on the same backpack, a patch on the same backpack. There was just so much. We ended up finding out that there was going to be a parade called the Parade of Lights, and it was just the most incredible experience ever. It really was. And there's just been consistent proofs of alignment since then. And so, what I've learned from this, and what I want to share with you guys, is that self-doubt and that negative self-talk, and that insecurity, and that feeling like you're not enough and you're asking for too much, and that can really get to you, and I didn't even realize I was like in that state. I thought I was like really like doing the right thing by like evaluating myself, and I was, that's a good thing I did that, because I did learn a lot from all of this. But at the same time, like, I was really in my head thinking I was in such a like wrong place for wanting all that, and really I just wasn't allowing myself to make room for that, and as soon as I stuck up for myself and I said, hey, like, this is who I am, this is what I want, I know if it's not out there, that's still what I want, and I won't accept any less. And yeah, and then the next day so I really just wanted to share that with you guys, because it's happened many times in my life where I finally just go out on the whim, and I finally take the chance and I go for it, and the universe supports you wholeheartedly. And I'm talking on the level of like me and this woman, her name's Coral, and me and Coral have talked about things that I've just never talked about with a significant other before, and she is willing and so excited to go on these things that I've desired to do for so long, like a tour of churches, and talking to so many different elders, and learning old practices and traditions, and changing the world, feeding the homeless, helping the children, like all of these things she's so passionate about, and you can hear her passion when she speaks about it, and it's really refreshing, so I don't mean to just like be on love on camera here, but I'm very grateful for all these blessings. I'm grateful for meeting my Galactic Star family. I'm grateful for these omens that have been presenting themselves in my life. I am so grateful for sticking to my truth and who I am and the things that I want, because that's aligned me with that, so I just wanted to reach out again, give you guys a little video, and I hope you guys all have a magnificent holiday season. And yeah, pretty awesome. So highest love, blessings, and happy holidays. Back again. So I want to keep these around 30 minutes, and I have some more things to say that I really uncovered in that healing journey. And so one of those things is, there's a difference between somebody loving you and somebody loving the way you make them feel. And they don't mean to necessarily do it. I mean, if somebody makes you feel good, you're going to want to be around them. But there's truly a difference between loving being around that person and loving the things they do for you, and loving the way they make you feel. And that's like a hard thing to realize when it's you not being loved and just wanted in like a weird egotistical way, because then you get put on like the back burner, you're less of a priority, they don't consider the way you feel. There's many things that go along with that really I realized so much, on how I want to be loved, and also like what my relationship was at that time. And so after that contrast though of like really being appreciated, and it's just a whole nother world, it is. And so it starts with appreciating yourself truly, and only then can somebody else appreciate you, because if you don't see your light, you're not shining, you know what I mean? That's just the fact, that is it. But we all have that light within us. We're all sons and daughters of the sun, and sons and daughters of the moon as well. We all have both within us, and so it's just so special what I'm going through recently, and I'm so excited. There's many things coming up that I'm really excited about, like different meditations, different groups, stepping back into the community, starting to do workshops of my own again during the beginning of the year that people are excited about. Just like different things that I've really been craving to do, but haven't had the mental capacity because my vibration's been affected by outside sources, you know. And as soon as I really took it upon myself to be like, okay, this is what I want, okay, like go through these steps, start, you know, I've gone to a couple different things with some elders recently just to get out, you know, and really like realign myself with the things I want to do. And then after making that decision of leaving that relationship, and right after that healing of like reuniting with my family, you know, it just, the world opened up. The world really opened up to new heights. And so I'm so excited and so blessed and so ready to share those experiences with you guys, and as well as just being real along the way, because that's what I started this for, you know, is being real. And so I'm just so excited. I really miss this feeling of just being fulfilled, and I've never felt so fulfilled in my life ever. Relationships with my family is good right now. My mom, she's doing well. She just got out of a program not too long ago, right before Thanksgiving, and planning to go maybe see her this weekend. And her husband's doing well, which is a blessing, and family's healthy. Everything's going really good, and those connections that I've been making lately have been so significant and meaningful to me. And that's what life's really about: significance and meaning. If you're living a meaningless life, there's really no happiness in it. You know, you gotta have a reason to be happy to wake up every day. And I am so excited to be alive, and I'm so excited for the future. And for the first time, well, not the first time, you know, I felt like this for a few years, but it's like a new level. I feel so happy to be me, you know, like I'm just genuinely so happy to be me, you know, because there's been things about me that I haven't liked before, like really craving so much attention and being so like codependent and stuff. And now, you know, like now I love that part about me, because I'm just all love, baby. What's not to love about all love, you know? Like, come on, man. Like, why was I getting down on myself? That's just who I am. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to spread the love, share the love, be in love. And monogamy is for me. So I'm just blessed. I'm very excited. And very much so. So I guess just aligning is the theme of this video, because I really had to take a step back, and everybody has to do that once in a while, and just reassess your life and say, okay, where am I going right now? Where do I want to go? What do I have to change to get there? How long do I want until I'm there? Time is very important, because if you leave it open to the universe, you know, it will stay open to the universe. And so that was honestly like an instant manifestation from the heart, and so many things have been conspiring and blossoming since then. And I'm so blessed, so excited. I see so much. I feel so full, and I'm just honored. So it's getting dark. I'm getting to go have some festivities, go to a poetry gathering, and then finish some Christmas decorations. And I'm going to have myself a great night, and I hope you guys do the same. So, as I said before, I'm happy to be alive. I'm happy to be sober, and I'm happy to be healthy. And if you're out there and you're struggling with addiction, I pray that you are sober. I pray that you are happy, and I pray that you are healthy. And for all of the people out there who see this and don't feel like they belong, and this is resonating with them, just know that these energies are completely accessible to you too. All you have to do is ask. All you have to do is ask. And so just ask yourself what you want, and you shall receive. As long as you're staying true to your heart and doing good deeds, being a good person, acting from love, love will return. And so, yes. Good night.